I mean, even her own people on Fox thought she couldn't be trusted to be on TV, on their own network. Are we going to put someone that even Fox, and I'm not a particular fan of Fox, but even Fox thought was crazy, nuts, couldn't be trusted on live television? We're going to trust her with the lives and liberty of people in the District of Columbia?
Any response? Senator, why did you decide to make your primary residence in Maryland for 10 years, for a decade, not California? Any comment on Trump accusing you of mortgage fraud, sir? Any response?
I got two major stories about Judge Janine and also Rhino Republicans, ladies and gentlemen, that we got to talk about. But first, I got big breaking news that a lot of people have been waiting for. In Washington, D.C., shockwaves sent through there as the Senate confirms Judge Jeanine Pirro as President Trump's U.S. attorney. She is no longer the interim attorney. She is now officially in. That means that Adam Schiff is panicking somewhere. And yes, you guessed it. He's already writing. He's made videos. He's campaigned to his fellow senators to not let this happen because he knows what's coming for him, especially with the mortgage fraud and everything already out there. And Trump already affirming that he knows about this.
Very successful developer. How does a family of four live in a one-bedroom apartment?
No, it looks like Adam Schiff really did a bad thing. They have him. Now, let's see what happens. It's not up to me. It's not up to, I stay out of it purposely. But it's mortgage loan fraud. It's a big deal. He defrauded banks and insurance companies and the federal government. But it's very simple. It's mortgage loan fraud. And you're right. It's a lot of people to live in a one-bedroom apartment, right? But he put it down. But he has a lot of other things far worse than that. So, no, Adam Schiff, they have him 100% on mortgage fraud. Now, if there's anybody else in this room except you would have no problem. But anybody else in this room, you'd have a problem. I'd have a problem. Yeah.
Claiming primary residence in both California and in Maryland at the same time. But the bigger question, which I'm still working on, this is the rest of the documents that I'll be releasing, is that during the times that he was running for House and Senate, he wasn't a resident of California. I mean, that's a good question. So he's not even a resident of California, and he's a representative of California. And, you know, but the worst part about this is for him, you know, he can't claim ignorance. He got an ethics complaint in 2009 for this. You know, he's been doing this, you know, flip his residence wherever it suits him since 2009, or at least before, possibly before that. So he can't claim ignorance. You know, this to me looks like he is intently doing this. And, you know, the Maryland house, he considered his primary residence for 17 years up until he refinanced his place in California in 2020.
The fact that Judge Janine is now in there, she's now officially in there, he's already writing a whole note. Here's Adam Schiff. He says, a sad moment for the Senate and the country. Republicans just confirmed Judge Jeanine Pirro, U.S. Attorney of the District of Columbia. Oh, my God. He's already losing it, right? Here we go. He says, yes, this is the same Judge Janine that even Fox News said was crazy. He's been campaigning on this, the fact that you cannot allow this to happen. The Senate cannot allow this to happen because he's been saying that Judge Janine is too crazy. Really? Is she crazy, guys? I don't know. Maybe help me out. I haven't really seen that. I don't know who's crazy, though. Adam Schiff is for even writing this. So he says, how can they vote to confirm these people? Speaking of Judge Jeanine Pirro, Attorney General Pam Bondi comes out and she says, congratulations to my dear friend, USA Attorney Pirro, on her confirmation today. Judge Janine is not only a wonderful person, but she is a warrior for law and order. I absolutely am thrilled to work side by side with my friend to keep Washington, D.C. safe. So that is a welcoming in from the Attorney General Pam Bondi. So we already have Adam Schiff freaking out. But the most important news here is that Judge Janine is now approved, which, again, Rhino senators, which we're about to talk about at this very moment, are trying their best to make things not so well for President Trump now that they're all going to be adjourned, and they're basically campaigning for no recess appointment. So before we get back to everything else, let's actually go to what's been going on. This is a pivotal moment here, right? So here we go. Let's go to this pivotal moment that just happened in the Senate. This is very important news that we got to talk about, right? Breaking. John Thune just announced that he will be blocking President Trump from making appointments after his recess. The Senate tonight, after he recesses the Senate tonight via pro forma sessions. What a loser. This is McConnell 2.0. Excuse me. This is McConnell 2.0. People are noticing that these rhinos are getting worse by the day. People thought that John Thune would be the next big man up, that he won't be. Yeah, he'll be at least pro-Trump. But this guy is doing everything he can to block President Trump from doing this. So people noticed that during this very moment, again, they were forced to stay and allow Judge Janine. So that's the big victory here. Is that Rhino senators had to approve Judge Janine, right? But there's still more approvals to be made. And now they're trying their best to not have any recess appointments, which is Trump's backup plan. And again, Matt Gaetz is one of the names that pops up there. So again, look at Murkowski and Collins behind Senator Thune smiling. This is what we have in the Senate, nothing but snakes. And here's exactly what they're talking about. This is the announcement. This is the announcement made by John Thune, Senator Thune, and I want you to look at Murkowski and Collins in the back laughing.
The majority leader.
Mr. President, I ask unanimous consent.
Can I have order, please?
May I ask unanimous consent that quorum call be suspended?
Without objection.
And I ask unanimous consent that when the Senate completes its business today, it adjourn to then convene for pro forma session only with no business being conducted on the following dates and times: Tuesday, August 5th at 1, Friday, August 8th at 1:05, Tuesday, August 12th at 8 a.m., Friday, August 15th at 10:15 a.m., Tuesday, August 19th at 10 a.m., Friday, August 22nd at 9 a.m., Tuesday, August 26th at 12 p.m. noon, and Friday, August 29th at 7 a.m. Further.
Again, those are the announcements. As you can see, they're smiling in the background. Murkowski and Collins smiling, happy about the fact that they're going to be blocking Trump from making any recess appointments, because this would have been the backup plan if the Senate would do exactly what they're doing. But the big news again is that Adam Schiff's worst nightmare just went through, right? We know that a lot of people have been rooting for Judge Jeanine Pirro to actually become. But look at this. This is one of the biggest stories out there today. Let's go to Barry Cunningham. He says John Thune just announced that he will be screwing President Trump and will not allow Trump to make any recess appointments. Notice the two smiling hacks sitting behind him. They're sending a message. Now it's Trump's move. Just wait for it. So we're going to be waiting to see exactly how Trump reacts to this, because this is a mess. This is a mess happening right now. Again, many people calling John Thune McConnell 2.0. Why would you do this? What type of deal, what type of money did you receive under the table, right? It's not that far off to assume, because we know that President Trump's earlier assessment of this whole situation was that McConnell is literally extorting the Republicans into voting, into basically doing exactly what they're doing, which is blocking President Trump from making any recess appointments. So breaking, John Thune announced that he will be blocking President Trump from making appointments after he recesses the Senate tonight. This is McConnell 2.0. Again,